What would happen if in a single moment, everything you built, everything you controlled, everything that made you powerful, disappeared? Not taken by enemies, not destroyed by war, but removed from inside your own mind. Imagine waking up as a king, and by the end of the day, no longer recognizing who you are. Your thoughts gone, your identity shattered, your power meaningless, and the most terrifying part, you can't stop it. This is not just a story about a fall. This is a story about a mind taken. At the height of his power, there was no one like him. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, ruler of one of the greatest empires the world had ever seen. His influence stretched across nations. His word was law, his authority unquestioned. Cities rose under his command, kingdoms bowed before him. From every visible angle, he had everything. And yet, something was about to happen that no army could defend against. It began with a dream, not an ordinary dream, not something that fades when you wake up. This one stayed. It disturbed him. It followed him. It carried a weight that refused to be ignored. Because in it, he saw something he couldn't understand, but somehow knew was important. A tree, massive, visible from everywhere. Its height reached the sky. Its branches stretched across the land and provided shelter, food, life. Everything depended on it. Until suddenly, a command was given: cut it down, strip it, leave only the stump. And then something even more unsettling. The dream shifted. It was no longer just about a tree. It became personal. A voice declared that the mind of a man would be changed, that he would lose his reason, that he would live like an animal, until something was learned. The king woke up, disturbed, unsettled, because deep down, he knew. This wasn't just a dream, it was a warning. And so he called for interpretation, advisors, wise men, anyone who could explain what this meant. But no one had an answer that satisfied him, until Daniel. When Daniel heard the dream, his reaction said everything. He hesitated, not because he didn't understand, but because he did, and what it meant was not easy to say. The tree was the king, his greatness, his reach, his power, everything he had built, and the command to cut it down was judgment, a warning that his pride, his elevation of himself above everything, had reached a point where something had to change, and the consequence, he would lose his mind, driven away from people, living like an animal, eating grass, wet with the dew of heaven, his human identity stripped away until he recognized something greater than himself. But then came a moment of mercy. The dream wasn't immediate, it was a warning, a chance to change, a chance to humble himself before it was too late. And for a time, nothing happened. Days passed, weeks, months, life continued. The warning remained, but the urgency faded, until one day. The king stood on the roof of his palace, looking out over Babylon, the city he had built, the empire he controlled, and in that moment he spoke. "Is this not Babylon the Great, which I have built by my mighty power for the glory of my majesty?" And that was it, the moment, the line crossed, because while the words were still on his lips, everything changed. A voice came from heaven, not imagined, not internal, declared, "The kingdom has been taken from you," and instantly his mind broke. No gradual decline, no slow confusion, immediate. He was driven away from people, his behavior no longer human, his understanding gone. He lived outside, a king, now in the fields, eating grass like cattle, his body exposed to the elements, his hair growing long, his nails thickening. Time passed, not days, not weeks, years, 7 years, 7 years of existence without identity, without power, without control. The man who once ruled everything now ruled nothing, because the greatest loss was not his kingdom, it was his mind. And then something shifted, not outside, inside, a moment of clarity, a realization. He lifted his eyes toward heaven, and in that moment, understanding returned, not just awareness, recognition that everything he had never truly been his, that power was given, that authority was temporary, that above every throne there is something greater. And just like that, his mind was restored, his identity returned, and even his kingdom given back to him. But he was no longer the same, because once you lose everything like that and come back, you don't see things the same way. So what really happened to him? Was it madness? Was it psychological collapse? Or was it something deeper, something that goes beyond natural explanation? Because this story leaves a question that is difficult to ignore. What happens when power blinds someone so completely that the only way to restore them is to take everything away? Because in one moment, a king stood at the top of the world, and in the next, he lost his mind. And maybe that's what makes this story so unsettling. Not how high he was, but how fast it all disappeared. Did you enjoy this Bible story? Then leave a like and subscribe to the channel to receive more.